Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and today I'm doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a speed build of a micro home. I just wanted to build something kind of modern. And for those of you who don't know, a micro home is 32 tiles. So I really had to work with the amount of tiles I was given, and I first made the bathroom 5 tiles. That was one extra, so I'm just doing a 2x2 bathroom, and then I add some lights in there and I figure out my floor plan, which was kind of tricky, and it was a modern theme. So I went with the theme by first picking the type of door that I wanted to use, and eventually I get to this one that I really liked, and I wanted to do I change it on the inside, like the side front entrance. So they have kind of like a little porch area when they walk up to the house. So I tried a couple different doors for the interior of the house and just searching through, and I eventually land on those, but then I later changed them. So first I'm going to furnish the bathroom, make sure that I can fit everything in there just like Tetris. And so I got a toilet, a shower, and a slender sink, and I'm kind of trying to configure it so it all fits well. And then I'm searching for the right kind of medicine cabinet / mirror that goes over the sink. And then I think I'm gonna go with a double bed because a couple can live in this micro home. So maybe it's a couple that just got engaged and they're just starting out, so they got this property to invest in. So I think it's just a nice little starter house, and they can start their lives together in this micro home. So I'm just going through and figuring out the position of the bed. Basically, I could only place the bed on the back wall, so I wanted to do like a stand-up dresser so that I could put a lamp or something on top of it and utilize the space effectively. So now that I'm happy with that, I move on to, all right, the kitchen. And I wanted to do like part mini living room, part dining area, part kitchen with the full appliances, but I really had to work with the space and I kept rotating, and I also wanted to make sure that I added a back door because I wanted them to have a really cool outdoor patio area, which I will get to later on. And I really liked the glass door, so I ended up going with that in the end. And I like how it just looked straight out to their really inviting patio area, entertainment space. So then I really liked this couch and I wanted to make it work. So I tried it a few different ways. Maybe on the other wall, and then I can put like a small TV with a bookshelf that hangs on the wall. So then I just move on to finishing the kitchen with some cabinets and counters. And don't forget the fire detector. I want to make sure that I add that as well. And then I do another cabinet on the wall. And then I add a hood vent over the stove, and I think a nice backsplash with tile would look very nice in that little area, and that could be the accented wall. So there I go, positioning the couch again to see if I can make it fit, and directly across from it I do have room, one tile, to put that wall hanging TV with the bookshelf on it, so that can fit there. But then how am I going to fit a dining table? I really wanted the dining table too, because I didn't want my Sims to sit on the couch and eat their dinner. I wanted them to have some kind of a table to sit at. And although I do add one outside later, I thought it was more necessary to have one inside the house too, just in case if the weather's bad or something, that they have the option to eat inside. I was overachiever and I added 3 chairs at first, but then I removed the third one because there's like absolutely no room for all 3 of them. So then I just kind of work it in and make sure that there's enough like pathway around the table, and so that they can get to the stove, they can get to the bathroom, they can get to the bedroom, and kind of walk around without running into things, and there wasn't any path issues. So then I go adding the roof and just a hipped roof, real easy and simple. And then I haven't figured out my windows yet, so now I'd like to find some modern windows, and I really like this one, but I did shop around and I did end up, I cut that part out so it's not too long, but I really like that window in the front with the hipped roof. And then I find a wider window that's kind of shorter and on either side of the bedroom. And then I add a column outside of the back porch area, and I'm looking for a square window for the bathroom to use. So I find one that matches the other windows, and I'm really happy with that. It fits well in the bathroom. And at this point, I'm ready to pick out my flooring and wallpaper for the interior. I try a bunch of different options. I really wanted to match it with that purple bed, but I ended up having to change the route. So then I just jump over to the bathroom and I add tile, very simple tile because it's got an open shower like that. And here I go trying the different carpets and tiles for the bedroom. For the kitchen slash dining area, well, first I had to change up the chairs so that they were a darker wood and they went better together. And then once I'm happy with those, I changed them to like an olive hue, and I thought maybe that would be my accent color in the kitchen, olive, and I ended up going with like a light teal, like seafoam color. I really love that color. It just looks so fresh in the main dining room kitchen area. So then I go and change the bathroom tile again and go back into the bedroom, and I'm trying some other variations of flooring. And then I finally realized I just need to change the bed. It's not working with what I want to do. But I do really like the nightstand slash dresser by the side of the bed with that little candlelight and decoration. So I went with this bed instead, and it fit a little bit better because I made it more of a neutral color, toned down some, and I really was happy with how it came out in the end. So now I'm looking for a backsplash. Oh, I love how that comes together, like the gray and the seafoam green. I thought about popping the tile onto the side walls too, but I'm basically putting it there so I can match like a gray tone that can go along the rest of the walls in the main dining slash living room, if you want to call it that. Then I finally landed on a gray stucco type wallpaper to put in the living room dining, and I find a nice one, a nice subtle one for the bedroom. And then I'm trying to find a tile for the bathroom that's not too loud, although I usually like doing like a dark bathroom. I thought I might try to keep it a little bit more light and neutral this time. So now that the interior is done, I can move on to the exterior. And so I found a nice roof tile that I really liked, and then it literally took me forever to find the siding. And so I tried so many different options, and I didn't care for any of them. They didn't speak really modern to me, so I kept working with it, and then I finally land on this. I don't know if it's considered a brick or tile, but I was very happy with that. So I thought I might change the roof tile again, and I landed on this one, and I thought it looked really nice and cohesive together. So then I do the roof trim, and I really am happy with how the exterior of the house looks like now. I had to zoom into the roof to see what those like little nails or something are. I have no idea what they were meant for, but the texture looks pretty cool. So now I'm ready to landscape the backyard, and I'm just gonna go crazy with the terrain paint to make it look like there's an outdoor entertainment area, because if I use any tiles, it'll add to the total tiles for my whole lot. So if I'm at the micro level, my Sims get a certain boost when they are working on their skill building and their social will increase faster on a micro home lot. So I wanted to keep within those restrictions, and I found a terrain paint that looked just like tile that really went nicely with the front porch area. So I was really happy with that, and so I decided to use the same one in the backyard, and I wanted to create like a very large patio area, and I'm going to show you how it all comes together now. So I finished filling in the rest of the back of the house with the tile terrain paint, and I just estimate how I like to put it right where the line is, but I didn't really plan how wide I wanted it. I just kind of went with it, and then so I go through and I add some columns because I want to do like a covered porch area. I pictured using a glass roof like pergola where they sit and relax outside and have people over and have lemonade. They can also like read books out here. So I thought that this entertainment area would be really nice for them. So newly engaged couple owns this little micro home out in the suburbs, and they have a small space so that they can learn their skills quick and advance in their careers and build their family if that's what they want to do. Maybe they'll get a pet, who knows. But they have an awesome backyard, perfect for entertaining. I was definitely trying to utilize the backyard stuff pack because it recently went free, and I'm not sure how long that's gonna last, so you might want to grab it if you haven't already. And so here I am trying to use these dining tables against a coffee table. I didn't know, so now I got the dining table and I'm able to pop in the dining chairs, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to situate the sitting area and the outdoor dining table. So I kind of work it around, and I end up with this configuration, which I really liked, and it really came together. I found some potted plants that would look better in the front entrance area for some curb appeal. So then I go back and I'm looking through the backyard kit at this rug, and I'm sure there's a swatch in here that I could use that would fit really well. Eventually, I didn't like how the dining table sat on the rug, so I center it because I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't. So I found a nice little side table I put next to the little love seat. And finally, I center the table. I add a little wind chime, which is exciting because I've never used that before. And I'm still exploring the backyard stuff pack. I found a little birdhouse that I like, so I put that at the edge of the patio. And then I'm looking through to find some little candles and centerpieces for the outdoor tables. And then I think a grill would work perfectly outside in that little bump out of the wall there. And so of course I need a trash can. I know I didn't put one on the inside, but at least I have one just outside the kitchen in the outside patio. I really like this little rock formation light from the fitness stuff pack, so I add one into the front too, and then I find a nice mailbox that goes along with their theme really well, and I wanted to put some kind of plant behind it, and I thought this one looks pretty cool. So then I wanted to add different lights in the interior, so I made it nighttime so I can see what the exterior looks like and where I might need to add some more outdoor lights. So I go through and I find this little outdoor path light. So I just wanted very few out there, but enough so that they could see where they were going. And I try to find a different type of light for the back porch area. So then I also need another pathway light, so I add that to the back and by the garbage can in the back area. I'm probably gonna move the birdhouse again because I just put it out there so I would remember to use it and incorporate it in the landscaping. So I jumped back into the interior, and because I forgot to do the lights. I really like that light that I used in the kitchen. It's very modern, and I just do a simple like sconce light in the bathroom, and then I'm trying to find kind of a nice ceiling light for the bedroom, which I was very happy with that one. I thought maybe they should have a full length mirror as well to go right across from the dresser. And then it's time to pick out some art for above the bed so it all can come together. So I settle with this abstract art prints, and I position them staggered above the bed, which I really liked. I also added that little coffee mug picture in the kitchen, and I added an umbrella rack right by the front door. And then I thought they needed like a cute little centerpiece for the dining room table inside. Of course, we can't forget to have a nice little plant on the TV stand as well. And then I was looking to see where else I could put some other plants and greenery. I like the Bloomin' Rooms kit. But I wanted to go gentle. I didn't want to overpower all the plants and just center it around gardening. I had a very specific divider that I was looking for from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. Speaking of Eco Lifestyle expansion pack, I really like this 3-tiered planter, so I added that to the front, and then some vertical planters in the back. I kind of play around with the layout. So I also wanted to add the bee box, but in the end I couldn't really make it fit, although probably should, because it's really beneficial to keep the bee box next to your planters because they pollinate your plants for you. So that's really beneficial. So then I rearranged the dividers in the patio area, and then I just decided to keep the plant dividers by the dining room table and put the vertical planters on the other side, so it's kind of closed in a way but still open in the back. So in a little bit I'm going to do the landscaping of the property, and so I just go with what feels right and I fill in the spaces and do some terrain paint, so you'll see that come together. So I wanted to provide a little life update because I've been super busy this month of March, and it usually is because not only do I work a full-time job, but I'm also a chalk artist on the side, and usually those events are on the weekends. I also had a minor surgery at the beginning of the month. Don't worry, I'm okay. It was just minor. We also celebrated my husband's birthday, and then my niece came over because she is also a chalk artist. She stayed the weekend and we chalked side by side. And last March I did all this stuff too, but got really burnt out. And you know how annoying getting burnt out is with your Sims. Just imagine that in real life, and that was me. I just didn't want to do anything. So it was really important for me to really pace myself this year. And usually my outlet is playing The Sims and stuff like that, but there was barely any time. So I had to live vicariously through other Sims YouTubers, my favorite ones that I watch regularly, and when Andy goes live. Thank you for keeping me sane during that time because I can't play The Sims. I didn't have enough time to. So living vicariously through those other ways helped me get through a very busy time. And another thing I started practicing this year as opposed to last year is I started meditating, and it really helps keep me focused and calm when there's so much going on. I'm able to not get overwhelmed, and that's big since I experienced that so badly last year. I wanted to make sure that I didn't repeat the same mistakes. So that's what's been going on with me. Like I said, I will get to recording again my Let's Plays, and I did actually record another episode of the Frost Family / Holiday Cheer Let's Play, and also another episode of Poltergeist, but they didn't come out the way that I wanted them to, and plus there was also glitches going on with the game with moodlets, and I wanted to just scrap those and try it again and, hopefully have a better outcome. So back to this build. I love this micro home and how it came out. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to cut out the parts where I did the terrain paint, but I did play test this house and I had to add a kitchen sink and move the bed a little bit. I uploaded it to the gallery and it's under the name Modern Micro Home. It's valued at 23,750 simoleons and definitely not pack restricted. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think and what you would do differently. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you next time. Have a fantastic day.
That's